Y'all feel me? Let's run it!
Sheng Dan co-developed the system. It took less than a year to get the first version up and running. Now she can monitor every resident from this office.
我们排摸的这个就是整个小区里面的楼房的一些信息。
We've mapped the residential buildings in the district. Which ones are occupied? Where there are vacancies? Where elderly people are living alone? Where care or help is needed? It's all stored in our system and can be called up in real time.
那么这样的一些基本信息呢，也都在这个微平台上就可以实时的调取出来。
Even those who do not dispose of their trash properly are recorded. Residents who aren't following the rules are captured on camera from 3 different angles. The so-called brain acts swiftly. Whether it's an illegally parked car or unsolicited advertising, offences can be handled by patrol officers who are connected to the control center via a mobile app.
居村的干部或者是我们居村里面的志愿者发现问题
As soon as the squads and volunteers in residential districts spot an issue, they can report it and upload footage. They take a photo, report the issue, and then our system automatically decides which department to forward the matter to.
一个区分这个事项可能是由哪个部门进行有效的一个处理的。
The brain in Shanghai's Pudong district is just one component to the overarching surveillance plan the Chinese government is pushing across the country. The goal is to have complete coverage in all major public places, such as train stations, street intersections, and parks. China's state media boasts that police can identify every single person on the street in just 1 second.
1 second is all it takes to verify that it's you. Shout out to Scotty the Kid. Yo, this is crazy. They're doing this where people live. Imagine the places they work and the business that they do in the street. I guess the basis of the social credit system starts at home.
You remember Tamagotchis when you were a kid? The little pets you put on your keychain, you gotta feed them or they die?
Yeah.
This device right here, the Ponagotchi, this thing must have got 50 million views combined on just my own channels. It's essentially exactly like a Tamagotchi, but it lives off of eating Wi-Fi networks, meaning taking the Wi-Fi password, it's called a handshake, and it uses that as food. So the more handshakes it captures, the smarter it gets, and the more efficient it gets, and it goes into this auto mode where it gets itself on the perfect frequency so it can capture as many networks as it can as you're walking around or while you're in a building. It smiles when it gets a network, it's mad when it doesn't, it like has a whole little personality. How it works is it knocks your devices off the network. As they're reconnecting, it's capturing the handshake between that device and your router. And that handshake is what I would bring onto my computer later to crack your passwords.
How the f are people supposed to protect themselves from this?
Starting tomorrow, for the first time ever, Illinoisans will be able to add their driver's license or state ID directly to their Apple Wallet. To get started, open Apple Wallet, tap the plus button, select driver's license or state ID, and follow the quick steps. Scan your card, take a selfie, and you're done. Apple and our office don't track when or where you use it. Your privacy is protected by design. Only the information needed for a transaction is presented, and you have the opportunity to review and authorize the information being requested with Face ID or Touch ID before it is shared. If a bar or concert venue only needs to confirm you're over 21, that's all they see. Not your address, not your license number, not even your birth date. Starting tomorrow, you'll be able to use your mobile ID at O'Hare, Midway, and Lambert airports, and at over 250 airports nationwide. We're also working with stadiums, restaurants, and retailers across the state to expand the number of businesses and venues accepting mobile ID in the coming months. This will soon go beyond Apple Wallet to include Google and Samsung wallets so that every Illinoisan with a smartphone can benefit from this breakthrough, regardless of their device.
I have a creepy video for you today, and this is actually coming out of Indonesia, captured by a villager in his home. He noticed something watching him through the doorway of his home, and he began recording. But the question remains, what is this thing? It looks humanoid, but it's not. And how tall is it? And we also have to question, there seems to be an uptick in sightings of cryptid, unidentified creature sightings. Has this anything to do with what's in our skies? Has something changed? Take a look at this footage. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
Dia keur modal penampakan amit kuat kaserem kieu astagfirullah sing dijaraukeun dia keur modal penampakan amit kuat kaserem kieu astagfirullah. Sing dijaraukeun.
It looks like that creature from the movie Prometheus. Shoutouts to the Paranormal link. Like it could have been a tall gray or something. See, that's when you gotta grab the pan from the kitchen, drop kick the door, and get to work.
What's up? This is crazy, bro. Technology, bro. Can you wave one more time for me? That's crazy, bro.
I have another game that might freak you out.
What?
It was named the most dangerous one to play with your friends.
Why?
It's called the Cup Game. It's like a Mexican Ouija board. Records where 5 teens from Argentina did this in 2015, and all of them their own life after doing this ritual.
Damn.
Yeah. They tried to get like police involved in the case, right?
Yeah.
The priest literally said it wasn't no like mental thing. It was just because they played that game. All you need to play the game, one piece of paper, yes or no, like a bootleg Ouija board.
Yeah.
Except with a glass cup, right? Hands on it, say something, and then the glass cup would move on its own
towards
yes, no, or like any letters, or it will start spelling it. There was a video of these 3 girls. And they didn't back that it moved first. Look, they're all arguing.
Yeah.
They walk away because they're not taking it serious. Let's start off correct and stuff like that. Let's continue. Let's go.
Ooh!
Yeah. So they kept doing.
Let me see the back.
Yeah. They keep moving it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's moving. Dummy, I'm not lying. So, but watch. Hold on. The curtain is moving.
Yeah, I don't know how they know this, but they're telling us that trillions of gallons of water will fall across California next week. I don't know how they know this, y'all, but do y'all see this over here? What is going on here? And then the skies of California are already looking apocalyptic. In a kind of good way, though. Check this out over here. Check this out over here, y'all. Look at this. Y'all ever seen it this vivid? Look at this new color. It looks like there's a new color, like a teal on the outside of this purple. Can y'all see that? You can see it on this side too. Look. It's like a teal. What? Take a look at this one over here, y'all. People were seeing it all over the skies of California. Y'all, it literally looks like another world out there. Look how dark and gray this part of the sky is. And look what's up there. These double rainbows are something new, aren't they, family? Like, this is something that we have never seen before. It looks like something is intersecting. You guys know about that binary star that they be telling us about? It looks like something is intersecting with our sun. It's the Lord of the Rings up there. Saturn is the Lord of the Rings. And again, how do they know about these trillion gallons of water? So California, all I would say is hold on, y'all, man. The shift is here, man. They've been warning people about getting out of California for quite some time now, y'all. But this right here, let me know that in the comments below what you think. The shift is here. Let's get it, y'all. Peace in.
Yeah, I think it's pretty weird that they're predicting trillions of gallons. That's insane. Shout out to Conscious Juice. I've seen double rainbows before, but these were pretty intense. Shout out to California.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
Thanks, Boo.
Welcome to Hawkins. So right here we have the Hawkins National Laboratory. They are going to ride down the parade route with an 8.5-foot tall, life-size Demogorgon puppet.
Oh, there's an actual puppeteer running this?
There's a puppeteer in there, and I think this is a testament to what the Macy's Parade Studio does well, which is welding, carpentry, artistry, scenic painting. We created our own paint just to make sure it was perfectly stretched out.
Could bend and stretch and move. That's incredible. I feel like I'm actually in the show.
Most people don't actually understand what the Upside Down is in Stranger Things or Dimension X or the Void, and I know it's complicated, but don't worry, I'm about to break it down for you as simple as I can. So this is everything you need to know about the alternate dimensions in Stranger Things before you watch the final season. First up, let's talk about the Void. The Void is essentially Eleven's mind space. It is total darkness. There's a reflective mirrored floor beneath her. She can access the Void by entering sensory deprivation tanks or pools. She essentially uses telepathy to enter a mental plane and uses it to dive into different people's memories or be a fly on the wall for events actually happening. She can be a spy. She can communicate. There's a lot of shit going on here. An easy way to understand this is if you're a fan of the X-Men, you know the Cerebro that Professor X uses? That's like this. All right, let's get weird. The next one we're talking about is Dimension X. This is the crazy, mysterious, original world that Henry Creel gets banished to by 11. This is essentially the origin for all the nasty and spooky shit we see in this show. And this is where Henry Creel transforms that dust hive mind cloud into the Mind Flayer. People believe that this is the primordial version of the Upside Down, an untamed land, what the Upside Down was before painting on a blank page. Just chaos personified in here. And obviously the final dimension we need to talk about is the Upside Down, the traditional dark and decaying mirror of Hawkins. And we know for some reason that the Upside Down is stuck on November 6th, 1983, the day that Will Byers disappeared. We obviously know all of the weird and monstrous threats that exist in the Upside Down. The Upside Down is complicated, but I believe it is a physical construct of a bunch of memories tied together through the hive mind. Henry Creel, all of the Demogorgons and what they've experienced out in the world, Will Byers, I think all of it ties together to build out the Upside Down version of Hawkins. Dimension X always existed. As a child, Henry Creel had abilities, and I believe they were supercharged, powered by the Dimension X. He used the powers from there, and they were always connected together. And so when Henry Creel was banished to Dimension X inadvertently by 11 during their fight, it resulted in him connecting directly with Dimension X and the hive mind that exists there, which ultimately used Henry Creel's memories and Will Byers' memories when he was kidnapped in order to make a direct replica of Hawkins, calling it the Upside Down. And now we got this shit to deal with. I know, it's fucking crazy. And so now in season 5, the final season of the show, Vecna is out for revenge against 11 for banishing him, and he's out to not take back the world because he thinks it's broken. He's here to rebuild a new one. He's trying to take the Upside Down and Dimension X and bring it right side up into our world. So does that make sense, or am I just losing my mind?
Makes a lot of sense. Shout out to Modern Mythos Media. If you haven't seen Stranger Things, check it out, binge watch, catch up, because I heard this season's about to be a banger. It's a lot of parallels to some of the unclassified documents that we read today.
There's a company called Porta Johns. Porta Johns is the biggest porta potty company in the United States of America. They have a subsidiary company called Enzymes of America. And I say they, I'm talking about the pharmaceutical industry. You know where Enzymes of America gets their enzymes from? They have a contract with Porta Johns. Porta Johns gathers all the pee. They then put it through a process to get and isolate the enzyme, one being urokinase. You cannot patent something that occurs naturally in nature. So they take urokinase, they then mix it with a bunch of synthetic garbage. That's the drug that they're giving you, and they're basically selling you your own urine back to yourself, only under the disguise of a patented drug. But if they allowed you as a human being to understand what I just said, then people would have free medicine, and they can't have that.
Wasn't it Chris Rock we recently saw at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party?
Yes, there is an Illuminati, but I guess I'm in it, but I'm just not good with follow-up. Texts and emails and meetings, it's just not my thing, but I guess I'm still in.
Can you guys tell me if maybe Illuminati members get to visit the Vatican and joke around with the Pope? I found this specific group of people to be quite interesting, to be honest with you. And are any of you asking the same question I am? Are you a part of the Illuminati? Are you Catholic? Or are you into Haitian voodoo, seeing as your first tattoo at 55 was Basquiat? I've also wondered the same thing about LeBron James, and the same about P. Diddy, as he has the three-pointed crown over his tattoo, which some have mistaken for Mary, which identically mirrors Elise Dantor, which is the deity that Madonna dresses up as all the time. However, are any of you aware just how similar Catholicism is to Haitian voodoo? For example, they literally have the same saints, they just have different names for the saints. That is because when slavery was taking place, they were forced to practice Catholicism. So what basically ended up happening is they merged their beliefs in with Catholicism. One of them in particular being the Virgin Mary, which they turned into Urzuli. And this is when it all circles around back to Basquiat, as articles state him as being a secret agent shaman. It states that he was a scion of Haiti and he knew the Haitian gods. It states he knows what they sound like on a jazz record and he can hear Urzili when she's speaking through the clarinet. He understands relationship between possession and the dance floor, that the gods are in the music. Space Jam, when one is possessed by an otherworldly entity and ends up receiving gifts and talent beyond. And do you guys think that maybe Hollywood caught on how to channel entities into a human body? For example, the fact that Beyonce is Sasha Fierce, or the fact that Nicki Minaj has 3 entities inside of her, and again the fact that Ariana is stuck as Glenda. What's going on?
Stuck as Glenda. What's going on? Shout outs to A Truth for You. That's crazy. Great observations right here. What is really going on? Learned a lot about Basquiat right there. I ain't know. That's crazy. Sound like he could have played a role in that movie Sinners. Very interesting.
God, look at all those things. There's so many of them.
I ain't nothing last night. Jesus Christ.
No, there was nothing compared to today. Jeez, man. This is insane, you guys. I don't know how you guys are handling this.
We're really not.
No, we're not.
You know,
We don't.
that's nuts.
Trust me, the other house is going to be so much quieter.
Yeah, he was saying you were going to bring some of these with you. Don't even.
I keep telling him no. Keep telling him to leave them.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you really going to bring the rat problem over to the other house?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Wow. It just amazes me.
Why do you look at the cabinet?
I know, I'm looking at the cabinet.
That's a bird.
Wow.
Yeah, so we just got to do the, we got to pack this room, and then we got to tackle the upstairs. The upstairs the worst.
Is it really?
It's really bad up there.
Amanda.
Where?
Right over there on the rock. By that rock.
Oh, cool.
Wow, there's just so many of them.
Then this steamer trunk that's full of Christmas decorations, so I'm hoping we can just move it one full piece without having to empty out the Christmas decorations. Yeah.
I'm going to see if the vacuum still works.
Yeah, see if it still works and we can take it with us. If not, just trash it and we'll go get a new vacuum.
No, I have one in the house, it works fine.
Well, yeah, that vacuum's kind of cheap, so. I mean, I didn't buy that one very long ago, but.
It should work.
Wow. Yo, you know what? Leave all of that right there. Don't bring nothing talking about wanting to bring one over to the new place. Yo, those rats in the cabinets, on the couch. I've never seen anything like this in my life, ever. Shout out to Grover Jeff.
This is a real petrified statue of a fallen angel. It's something the world was never supposed to see. In January 2000, 23 Russian coal miners in Siberia found a huge, scary-looking angel statue while digging underground. Its big wings and lifelike details made it look real, like a being turned into stone. They told the government, which sent a helicopter to take it away. Officials later said it was about 10,000 years old. What made it even stranger was that the clothes weren't carved from stone like the rest of the statue. They were real fabric turned into stone. But here's where it gets creepy. Rumors started saying that the statue was actually a fallen angel, trapped in stone and buried deep underground. Some even mention Bible verses that talk about how God sent rebellious angels out of heaven and locked them in darkness until Judgment Day. Even The Simpsons had an episode about finding a fallen angel statue. After all, there haven't been any new photos, videos, or official reports about the statue since it was supposedly taken for study. The people in charge took it away, hiding the truth. Comment mystery, and I'll tell you who's really in control.
If you see a traffic barrel on the side of the highway, it might be watching you. The Associated Press just exposed a secret border patrol program that is monitoring millions of US drivers. They're hiding license plate readers inside of traffic safety equipment to track your movements without you knowing. Using AI to analyze your travel patterns, if the algorithm thinks your driving looks suspicious, like driving on back roads or making short trips, it flags you. Then they tell local police to pull you over. They call it a whisper stop. The cop will say it's for speeding or window tint, but they're actually hunting for intelligence. Former border patrol officials confirmed that the agency has tried to keep any mention of the surveillance program out of court documents and police reports, even going so far as proposing dropping charges rather than risk revealing any details about how the surveillance works.
Yo, watch out for them traffic barrels, bro. Shout out to the Dylan Schmidt giving us a heads up on the game. That's crazy. I would have never thought. It's like this place gets more dystopian by the day.
好，这个直接先打开就可以了。哎呦，你还能打还得，哎，快点。
$20.
Yeah. What?
So it's $20 on the table.
Okay.
What do you think the $20 note thinks of you?
Nothing. It's just money. It's just a piece of paper.
Of course.
Right.
It can't think. It's a piece of paper with 20 written on it.
Sure.
It's a commodity. It doesn't think. It's a commodity that's used to transact for goods and services to satisfy wants and needs. The problem with it, with most people, what they don't understand is that all the problems with money exist with them, not with the money. The money doesn't think anything of you. So whether it's $20, $100, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, it doesn't matter. Because $1 million or $100,000 or $10,000 is just a whole bunch of 20s that think nothing of you. So there's no difference except monetary value. It's having emotional barriers, because the more money I put down on the table, the more you think of it, because you think automatically of what it can buy you to satisfy wants and needs.
Right.
The key is to be indifferent. Understanding the function of money is very important in order to respect money. But at the same time, you also have to reduce to zero your emotional barriers, and you have to be indifferent. How can you actually be respectful of money, but at the same time be indifferent? Respect in this context is simply having awareness.
Yeah.
So it's having awareness of what money actually is and being indifferent to money when you look at it, when you see more and more and more of it. And that's the key.
And that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the deep dive. If you enjoyed the video, please consider to give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Shout outs to all the reactors. Thanks again. Till next time.